Hi, Cancer. Welcome to Silky Intuitive. My name is Nancy. This reading is about life in general, the month of June. Month of June. Let's just call it that, 2017. Now, a couple of quick announcements. Currently, I am running a special over at my website. $30 for one question, one concern, and it has a conclusion. I read until I'm done. And so it's a nice, thorough reading for the money. Usually take about 20, 30 minutes to go through one situation thoroughly. And again, you can reach out to me through my website for that information and contact through the website, or send me a direct email if you want. I'll leave both of those links, all that information here. Next. Guys, one quick from me to you. If you've ordered a reading from me, I am very happy to do these readings for you guys. I don't mind even waiting for the invoices to get paid. It happens. I don't mind waiting until payday. Payday, I invented that excuse. But when the invoices get to be a month old, it starts to get old. And by the time they're 2 months old and 3 months old, I start to take it personally. Guys, pay your invoices, please, so I can get these readings done for you quickly. Plus, I need to live too. And this is my income. So again, for those of you who are sitting on invoices, please just pay them. Now, let's move on. Okay. So, what we've got for you for the month is the rune of Leguz, I believe it's pronounced. It talks about flow. The symbolic energy is water. Water that conducts. It conducts energy. And so what we've got here are powers to nourish, shape, and connect in situations. The attributes of this rune are the fluidity, the ebb and flow of emotions, the career, and relationships. It encourages you to immerse yourself into the experience and live it without evaluating or understanding. Just flow with the situation without giving in to the emotions. It speaks to satisfaction of your emotional needs. It also awakens the intuitive or the lunar side of your nature. For while the sun strives for differentiation, the moon draws us towards union and merging. So this is really about merging energies. And it could be in any aspects of life, any organization. It can look at revaluing a situation, realigning yourself. There's deep knowing. It's the study of spiritual matters in readiness for transformation. That's really important. This room is saying, clear your head, clear your heart, clear the emotion, because changes are wanting to come through with you, for you, and they're changes that you're being asked to just go with. Just flow with these things for right now, during this month, for whoever this is, Cancer. The changes are going to happen naturally, as they should happen. Now, we're looking for 5 positions down. First, second, third, 4th, and 5th. I also have my deck of kippers for clarification. Okay, here we go, guys. First position, work. The Empress and the Two of Wands. Well, around work, it looks like some of you are maybe choosing the road that you feel you belong on. Some of you are weighing, do I do something conventional or do I do something creative with this situation, whatever this is? Whatever this go with the flow energy is around work, it's about a creative endeavor, maybe making choices. Around work, you may be working on a project, or you've been asked to work on something creative in one way or another, and you may be in the process of deciding whether or not this is something you want. Are you being offered a new position at work? Something that feels more creative. Now we have to ask, is the growth there? Because the Two of Wands is the choice. It can talk about growth. It can talk about promise, but it's not like the Three where we know we're growing. High honors. This is a promotion, frankly. Some of you are weighing and measuring the good with the bad. What element of this satisfies you? It's a pretty good promotion for whoever this is being offered to. Just know that even in this situation, you're kind of being asked to just flow with it. Just go with it. See what they offer you. Wait them out. Don't fight situations. Let them come to the conclusion of what your value is. That's the time to counter offer. But I'm really feeling here that you've got a choice. You've got a choice for whoever this is talking to, Cancer. You've got a choice around taking this step up or not. I think you're maybe weighing and measuring, is it worth the extra work? Is it worth the sacrifice? Is it worth the time spent? Maybe learning a new position. Again, it's a step up. Spirit's saying just flow with it. Just go with the situation. The fertility, the abundance will show itself as you go through the month, as you go through the time frame here. And I'm going to say, anywhere from I'm really feeling 3 months to 7 months, 3 to 7 months, where the real abundance starts to show up from the situation. But it is definitely a leg up. But it's an honor that's going to take time developing, and a real need to just kind of go with it at first. Next, the home. The home, the Eight of Swords, and the Lover's card. Now, for some of you, I'm not so sure that love is feeling so certain. I do think some of you feel like you're stuck in a relationship. Maybe you got in way too deep too soon. Maybe you jumped into bed with somebody who thought that immediately meant you fell in love with them. There is a feeling that somebody doesn't see the real truth in the matter. There's also a third person involved. Now, I think for some of you that third person is your spouse. And I think that it almost feels to me almost like a fatal attraction. I think that Glenn Close is going to show up at the bottom of the bathtub, and he's second now. Because I think maybe at a moment of weakness, some of you stepped outside your marriage, made a very spontaneous kind of physical, emotional movement, and it took you, and some of you may be pregnant by this person, by the way. Or there may be a pregnancy that has come from this situation in your home. But I'm going to say that I think that someone may have made a bit of a overly emotional head over heart choice. Feels like a partner, a spouse, the dog. Honestly, it could have been the dog running off and having their mating moment with the neighbor's poodle or something in that. Because I see all these curls and clouds. I see poodle hair. I don't know why. But somebody's dog made it with the poodle next door. And now, you know what? The neighbor wants you to be responsible for it, too. As if your dog got out of the yard and went over to their yard and mate with their dog. Well, now, you know, I don't think there are doggy abortions or anything like that. So I think really you may, if this is the dog, you may end up having to pick up the responsibility. And I don't know why I'm getting that message. But I am, like I hear. It could even be the dog. But there may be some fertility, some growth out of this fall into bed for somebody. If it doesn't talk about that developing here, I think you're just feeling a little too bound to a situation with someone who really almost felt like a roll around the sack meant that you were going to get married. It feels kind of, like I said, fatal attraction, like main female. Some of you are dealing with a spouse. For others, if you're single and you're with someone who's a little bit overly obsessed with you, this is them. I think for some of you, they want to move in. If you're single. If you're married, I would almost anticipate trouble from this person who was an incidental roll in the hay. And, you know, I don't want to say that this person is a little bit out of their mind, but they could be a little bit, like I said, they're a little bit obsessed. They're a little bit unbalanced in the situation. Whether it's you, whether it's a partner, this person may be the cause of some trouble here. Now let's take a look at what is unexpected. The Four of Wands and the Five of Cups. Well, I think some of you are being made aware at this point that maybe your suspicions around the partner's behavior is true or not. For some of you, you're getting reconfirmation. Kind of spells it out here, but what's unexpected is maybe how deeply emotional you become during the situation. Maybe you're one of those people who thinks that nothing can move you emotionally. And I think someone in the situation may be taken off guard by how deeply emotionally they feel. Also, what might be unknown at this point, what is unexpected, is somebody that comes and kicks your 3 chalices of hope over. This is somebody who wants to interfere with your home. For some of you, this is an outsider interfering with your home. And maybe it's hard at this very moment to not focus on that situation in the month of June. If you're just finding out about a betrayal around you, I don't see that you are going to be taking it well. Or it's going to be a real downtime. Because normally I really feel that my Cancers are very hopeful and optimistic, but there's something within this situation that just doesn't feel right. The Thief. Like I said, there's something about this situation that just does not feel right. Someone in this situation, maybe they can't be trusted. Somebody who disappoints. Is this the partner who steals away and spends time with another lover? That's all possible here, because there's definitely this betrayal. This can be a betrayal. And next to the Eight of Swords, it's definitely a betrayal, but it feels like a continuous flow of betrayal. And maybe that's why this rune is saying it's going to be tough, so you just need to flow with it. You need to go with it. And don't allow yourself to sink to the depths emotionally here. Because above everything, you want to keep your head above water emotionally. Now, what is your role? The King of Swords and the Page of Wands, removing. This guy is about clarity. He's about clarity. And he loves to use his sword. And what he's best with his sword at, honestly, is freeing himself from the bullshit. He releases himself. He lets himself go from situations that have been disappointing, hurtful, maybe feel criminal to some of you, how deep the heartache goes. This is going after what it is that you want. So your role at this time, what these two cards together are saying, is you've got to remove yourself from what has disappointed, from what has hurt you, from what has betrayed you. Whether it's a person, whether it's a relationship, Spirit is saying, right now, it's more important to maintain, stabilize, and go with the flow. Because changes here in your name are being laid out. King of Swords, he cuts it out. He says, you know what? I've had enough of this energy. I'm ready for more of this. I want the youth. I want the excitement. I want the adrenaline and the flow and the goodwill and the spontaneity of something new. Because the old, for some of you, is just really being asked to let go of it. This woman, she's been through the heartache, maybe more than one time. And that's why she needs to be released here. And if this is you, this is saying, this is a situation that I'm frankly done with, and I'm ready to move on because I've done it too many times. So whether you're recognizing this is a cycle, because she talks all about cycles, the Empress does, but is she talking about cycles that really need to be released? It looks like you're taking a step up at work. So the step up at work is a promising step forward when the rest of your life feels like a shitstorm. And so letting go of what's hurt you, of what's upset you, of what's betrayed you, this is the right time because you're really seeking something better. Now, what happens, we'll see when we get here. First, I want a clarifier for you. Are we still going with the flow? Do we still feel the ease? Because Spirit is saying reach out for the ease. Reach out for the ease of the flow. It's going to feel better than getting caught up in the emotion. Don't make yourself sick over this. That's always a possibility when you're dealing with this kind of behavior. Now, I also said that whoever this Glenn Close person is at the bottom of the bathtub, listen, she is not well. Whoever it is that is gaslighting you, harassing you, sending you mean-spirited emails or text messages, is someone stalking you online or in person. She's nothing but trouble. And that may be why you have to release the situation, because you may also not only be not feeling terribly well about the situation yourself, you may be dealing with somebody who's not got their screws all tightened. You know, somebody's walking around with some loose screws in their brain. So you may be dealing with somebody who's not taking their meds, or somebody who just does not choose to see the negative in their actions. Someone's not well here either. Let this not be you. Take care of yourself. Hydrate. Nourish. Because I always want to say that as we pass through these situations here, there's always something more abundant, more fruitful waiting for us on the other side. It looks like as far as career goes, that's taken care of for whoever this situation is meant for. Career looks like it's on track. It's just home and the personal thing that may not be going so well for some of you. Okay, now, the outcome. The 9 of Rods and the 9 of Cups. I can say overabundance, overabundance in alcohol, overabundance in drugs, but this wouldn't be your standard kind of drug use. It would be, again, it seems like a case of beer or a couple of bottles of wine a night, maybe soothing someone. This person would be fighting an old battle. If this is someone's pattern where they're overindulging in liquor to calm themselves or to soothe their wounds, this is old behavior. It's something that's coming around again. It's repeat behavior. And somebody may be needing help here. And that may be why the 9 of Wands is here. Is because there may be a need to actually stop long enough to help. Again, it could be you, and someone is coming around to help pick you up out of a dark place. Because this is coming out of the dark place. But we don't want you going deeper because of this kind of overindulgent situation. Now, this can be a wish card, too. But with the wish that comes with the 9 of Cups is, yeah, it's a wish, but be careful what you wish for, because you may get it back and in spades. This wish can come back to bite you in the ass, hence the battle. And so, with this combination, we have to watch what we're doing, because our overindulgences and our need to soothe wounded egos and wounded hearts can lead to a struggle. So let's not go from one struggle, which is the emotional, into another struggle, which can be the bottle. Okay? And, oh my God, yes. Okay, this is a message for somebody. Don't throw yourself into bed with the first person that comes along just because you're getting back. at somebody who really, it feels like somebody really betrayed you here. We're not jumping into a stranger's bed to get over this. That could be a trip to a very bad place. Let's not have that struggle. Let's not have that struggle, especially if you jump into bed with somebody from work. Let's not make that choice. And if you're sitting in a place of authority, that's really not a good way to go. So let's not let our emotions conduct our behavior while we're at work. That's just a message for somebody. Let's not lean on those relationships. They can always have a negative outcome. Courthouse. Well, some of you are going to go through the process of the big D. I-V-O-R-C-E. Spelled out. Yeah, it's the end. And here some of you are just kind of, during the month of June, getting to the place where you're at the end of this thing wholeheartedly. There's kind of a need to hit the bottle again, kind of drown some negative feelings. This says there may be a fight there too. There may be a larger battle ensuing here. Now, let's not let the battles be over children. This is saying let's get our emotions in check so that we don't drag the children through a struggle. Someone needs to get a better job. If it's not you, it's a partner. If they don't get a better job, you may end up being responsible for the care and feeding of your children completely. Because this person may end up trying to get out of the whole child welfare thing, the child support issue, by keeping themselves out of work. I know these men. I was married to one for a long time, and I fought with him for a long time over the child care expenses, which he spent most of his time either self-employed, where they couldn't track his money, or he quit his jobs. Every other month he was quitting a job. As soon as he got located on the job, he would quit to keep himself from that obligation. What I'm getting here is someone may be trying to pull that trick on you. The community. Ask for help from the community. If the kids are in need of something, go to someone at your local city hall. They have help. They have housing. They have food. They have ways of getting you to safety if you need safety. If this is a situation where there actually is a battle, this is saying go to your local courthouse, go to your local city hall, get help from the community, because help is there. Like I said, go to your town mayor. Go to someone of some influence that you know. And some of you may meet the right person on this path. After getting screwed over by one person, you may be looking at some point at hooking up with this guy. Okay, because he's a potential coming in. So now I'm going to go over to Vimeo and I'm going to run a video for your love life. And I'm going to drag him in with me. He may actually be somebody within the community that's really meant to be in your life. Male, female, doesn't matter. It's a person of statute. Okay. All right. Again, we're going to continue this love reading at Vimeo. Link down below. If you want a reading meant just for you. I do the 1-question readings for $30. That's for the summer, guys. Go over there and get in line. It's a short wait on those. 2-3 days, business days at the max on those. And, all right. My website, too, if you want a reading meant just for you. And until the next time, I think that's all I've got for you, Cancer. Thank you. Be well and peace.